Woo, what's up guys, JohnOrigins here. Today got Pokemon Showdown live in the UU tier, and we're going to start it off with a little bit of a new thing, a new little format that I want to start doing on Showdown lives and Showdown replays, and that is using this nifty little graphic as a team preview for my Pokemon. And we get to look into the Pokemon a bit better than what it looks in the Showdown, but a lot better than what it looks like in the Showdown preview, and also it allows me to give a bit more of an insight into the team. As you can see at the bottom there, I have team advantage. It looks amazing, the graphics. A guy called Penguin or Austin made them for me. I will leave his Twitter handle and his portfolio in the description below, so you can go check him out. And I made a team around Kyurem, so this is obviously this type Pokemon. And on this little preview, you can obviously see the base stats, ability, item, typing, moveset, and what it brings to the team. And that's kind of what I want to start, you know, pushing onto this, because I do make the teams, I do give out the teams all the time in the description below, so I figured why not give a bit more of an in-depth analysis of the team. Not too much in-depth, because obviously you still want to get onto battles. This one's obviously going to be a bit longer because I'm explaining it, but it just gives you a nice little look into it, and to be honest, it just looks visually amazing, so why the hell wouldn't you like it? And obviously you got the team in the top there, so it's great. Also, or you can always skip to the battles. It'll be further on ahead. I'll leave a timestamp in the description of when you can skip to if you just want to go straight into the battles. But anyway, looking over this team, I built it around Kyurem because I wanted to hit stuff hard with Choice Specs Draco Melee, and this thing provides the power. Yeah, it's amazing, and it just helps a lot, you know. And I have Suicune as well, which is a Calm Minder. And it likes to set up, but it doesn't like grass types. And Kyurem's a nice type, and Kyurem likes grass type. It likes switching into them, which makes it extremely beneficial to this team. And it also works well with Doublade, which is my next Pokemon. Doublade is one of those Pokemon that you commonly see in RU as a nice little Psychic check or a nice little Fairy counters, sort of like a Remitisse. But in the UU tier, it's been getting a lot of usage, and you can see why. It's amazing. It destroys stuff like Florges, which would otherwise prove a big problem to this team outside of my Entei. And it can get loads of opportunities to set up, and that's why I like it, and that's why I've gone with a Sword Stance variant. Sometimes you go with a more bulky variant on Doublade, but I thought Sword Stance fit this team a little bit better because it is very offensively based, because, you know, it's got Kyurem, Entei, and Mienshao providing with wall breaking capabilities, and then Suicune and Doublade coming up from behind. So it's kind of amazing, and Doublade it works so well with Kyurem type synergy wise, which it's a big help, you know. And it also stops Mienshao spamming high jump kick, which is quite possibly one of the biggest threats in the UU tier. Speaking of Mienshao, we have Mienshao itself. Just high jump kick it all day, every day. Choice Scarfed, reckless, pure powerhouse, and yeah, that's just why I want it. I want it to hit through walls, and I want it to revenge kill. And one of my biggest problems on this team that I found is Empoleon. Outside of Entei, I can't really do much to it, and then Entei can't hit it super effectively. It can just get a convenient burn. But Mienshao hits it with a high jump kick. It forces it out, gives me the momentum, and it just gets rid of Empoleon for Suicune, which you can just Calm Mind and then just win the game. So yeah, that's the main reason I have Mienshao. And Choice Scarf, I needed something extremely fast, although I do a priority with Doublade and with my Entei. So Suicune, it's just Calm Mind Suicune. It does extremely well on this team. Purely because Calm Mind works really well late game, and my team does a lot of work early games in the form of spreading damage. So that's really good. And it stops Flare Blitz from destroying me from a Darmanitan. Because Darmanitan, oh my god, Darm gets free switches in against Doublade, Gligar, Kyurem to an extent. So, you know, why not have something to counter it? You know, might as well. It's a really good, and Scald Bends are nice. Then we have Gligar. I missed this boy. Gligar. Oh, in the IU tier, how amazing was that, right? I loved it. It was my favorite wall to use, and it was my favorite defogger to use. Obviously, I need defog on this team because Kyurem and Entei are weak to Stealth Rocks, and the rest of my team isn't grounded, so Spikes would just destroy. I don't have a Toxic, or not a Toxic, a Poison type Pokemon, so Toxic Spikes will wreck this team if I'm facing Stall. So defog's pretty damn nice, and also Stealth Rocks just to help with sweeping break potential focus ashes. Now I kind of wish that I had U-turn on this thing, but then I'm just dealing with 4-slot syndrome here, like, because I would get rid of Roost, but I think I need Roost. It's come in handy quite a lot, and this Gligar also provides electric and ground type immunity, so my Suicune's a bit happier. And so is my Doublade and Entei. So, and then finally, Entei. Choice. It's not Choice Band. Damn it. I love Choice Band and Entei though. Assault Vest Entei. I put this on this team because I've got a lot of physically defensive Pokemon. Although my Gligar is specially defensive, it isn't, you know, the most bulky thing specially defensively. But Doublade, Suicune, and Gligar all have fantastic physical bulk, and naturally. So I figured why not throw Entei on here. It provides me with something a bit more specially defensive because of the Assault Vest, and it also provides me with that wall breaking potential and with +2 priority extreme speed. So that's the team, and that's the, you know, the new thing that I want to start doing. It takes a bit of time, but I think it's worth it. So I'm going to go into a couple of battles, so I will see you guys on Showdown. Alright guys, we've got one here, and he's got a very interesting squad. Entei could be an issue, but I think Kyurem can do a lot of work because he has no resist to dragon type attacks. I'm like, yo, drop a Draco every second of the day. Also, I don't know, he's got nothing faster than Mienshao. That would even consider being Scarfed. I mean, if Alakazam Scarf, I'll forfeit. It's just, I can't handle that. So I might just end up leading off with this. Although that is a free Mega Evolution for Bennett if he decides to lead off with that. Also, Entei is actually a really good lead. I'm going to go with Entei. I think that'll work out really well for me. Just because most of his team doesn't appreciate burns. He ends up leading off with the Alakazam. So I'm actually okay with this because I'm Assault Vest. So just going to fire for sake of fire. No reason not to. Hopefully get a burn on something. I mean, he could bring in his own Entei, but it's a bit risky. And I wouldn't advise it. But let's just see what he does. He could just stay and maybe sack Alakazam. That'd be great. I'd love that. If he just sacked it right here. It's just a big threat. Although I do have Doublade, it's just very fast. And can probably do a lot of damage to Suicune. And if he does in fact have Encore, that would fuck up my Suicune as well. But I end up hitting the Snorlax up with that burn, so that's sweet. I could just bring in my Doublade here. It sounds like a plan, I mean, but as long as he has that Entei around, I'm not really going to be doing too much damage. Could also bring in Mienshao, but I don't want to get paralyzed. So Doublade is easily my safest play. And if he does end up bringing in the Entei, I do have a Suicune at full HP, so it's not a huge deal. I am physically defensive, I believe. So definitely my optimal play. Entei's amazing, really is, and he's got such a great speed stat as well, because like Rotom hits like I believe it hits. What is it? It hits 298. So Entei is like, how's it going? Even Adamant Nature, it hits 299. Of course, you have to be Adamant Nature to have. I believe it's Flare Blitz and Extreme Speed. It might not be Flare Blitz though, as yeah, he does just go out into his Entei as I do threaten his Snorlax out with the Sword Stance. But like I said, I have Suicune, so not too bothered by it. As the Sacred Fire doesn't do any damage to me at all. The burn's irrelevant. He's Life Orb. That did nothing. I'm seeing a lot of Life Orb Entei recently. I could just click Scald, but yeah, screw it. I'll click Scald for now. If he wants to bring in Alakazam, I break a potential Sash. If he wants to bring in Snorlax to try and get the rest off, I get a free switch into my Mienshao and then potentially into my Kyurem in the following turn, as like he goes out into Bennett or something. So yeah, because of how low that Snorlax is looking, I am very much anticipating him going for the rest. So now I feel like it's a good opportunity to switch out into my Mienshao, just so I can get the U-turn momentum. His rest does in fact happen. But I do need to keep this Mienshao healthy because it can wreck his team. I'm just going to U-turn. Could try and get up rocks as well against Entei. But ooh, nice crit. But I feel this Draco could do a lot to his team. Because the Snorlax is in fact asleep. I could Dragon Balls. Dragon Balls just as safe. I can, but that Snorlax will be max special defense. Could bring in Sacred Fire, but again, Snorlax is a switch in. So, gonna bring in my Kyurem, as it threatens the Bennett out very easily. And he doesn't, like I say, he doesn't really have a switch in, mainly because Snorlax is asleep now, which is the biggest problem to me. And because his Assault Vest is not an Entei, his Entei is not Assault Vested, his life orb, but he won't be able to eat up these attacks. So I'm just going to click Dragon Pulse. It'll kill the Banette. So there's the Mega Evolution gone. There's that threat gone. So no burns on my Mienshao. Unless I'm switching into a Sacred Fire from an Entei. But I think I'll die after that. As he brings in the Machamp. I don't want to bring in Suicune. So I might just bring in my Gligar. You know? I will do. I'm going to bring in my Gligar. To take the knockoff. He actually went for Dual Sharp. Did not anticipate that. Very interesting. But now it's time to get my Stealth Rocks because Cloyster and Entei kind of annoying. As he actually brings in that Snorlax. That's fine. I can start spamming High Jump Kick, which I'm going to do. I'm going to start doing that right now. And I'm going to start killing stuff with High Jump Kick. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be very, very enjoyable. Is he Sleep Talk? No. Sweet. High Jump Kick. That was a smart move by my opponent, I think, going into Snorlax. I know it brings a free switch into Mienshao, but he burns a ton of sleep with the Snorlax, and Snorlax is his key to victory, I would think. It's his win condition, so he can't sack this. As he ends up sacking the Machamp. So that's annoying. Because I don't want to risk missing High Jump Kick. Oh no, I can't miss, no guard. Nice. If it turns out he's guts now and I miss, that would be scary. But obviously he's most likely going to go into his Alakazam now. Gligar is a bit low, but Entei's not. So that's not bad. And I do have a Doublade at full HP. Yeah, so I'm going to switch out to my Gligar initially. Because it doesn't really serve much of a purpose against the rest of the team. It's set up fodder for Snorlax. Cloyster beats it one-on-one. Okay, sweet. Do I double? I don't think so. I could do. I'm going to double into Doublade. That's not a good play. It's a great play. Alright. I'm going to go straight for the Sword Stance once again. Because if it forces in his Entei, then he's taking 25% from Rock's damage, and also he's got the Life Orb. So I'll be very quickly wearing him down. I know I have suitable Death Fodder all around my field, so kind of happy about that. Put myself in a really strong position early game, taking out 2 massive threats. Yeah, so I forced in the Entei, which is just brilliant. Just going to bring in Suicune once again. In very, very safe switching. And at this point, I kind of am forced to rest, but it's my best play anyway. Although a good play would be to double switch into Mienshao. And that would see me sailing. Or I could be safe. Oh no, it's not really safe because he'll bring in Snorlax and then Entei will just be set up fodder because of thick fat. Bring in Mienshao, expecting him not to go for the fire type attack. Not Mienshao, Doublade. I'm going to do that. I'm going to double into Doublade. Because if he doesn't go for the fire type attack, I'm good. He went for the fire type attack. Why would you do that? What benefit did you have when I could rest? That sucks. I kind of want to keep this because it walls that. He probably won't wall that Snorlax because he's cursed rest. I see Body Slam and then one other move, probably Earthquake. It's supposed to be in a sucky position. Because this is very, very handy. Of course, Entei can beat Alakazam, which is probably the main reason why I'm keeping Doublade. Although Cloyster, if he gets an opportunity to set up, could be an issue, but he can't set up on anything that I bring in. I don't intend to bring in Gligar or Suicune at any other points during this match, I believe. So I'm just going to Shadow Sneak. Put him in a low range of HP. Yeah. So he's down to 15%. That's nothing. I'm going to bring in my Entei and rest the Speed tie. Either way, Extreme Speed's not going to be doing much to me. Entei is very naturally bulky. It's just the issue of Snorlax. But as long as he's weakened to the point where Mienshao can kill him, it's not a problem. Sweet, okay, so I knocked that thing out. It's great. Let's see what he does now. You could try and bring in Cloyster, but I wouldn't recommend that at all. It's like if he expects me to be locked into Extreme Speed, okay, that's fine. So how many turns has Snorlax used up? So he went for the rest. Then he had one turn there. He only had one turn of sleep, so... Oh, hello. I believe I can bring in my Mienshao again. I assume that's a very safe play. I think it is. Let's do this. Let's make this happen. Yes! Awesome! And high jump kick is just a play to make. Like, I can't go wrong with this play. I can't go wrong with this play, of course I can. I can miss. Like, this thing should be dead at this point. Dead. It's really dumb. Shot through the heart, and you're to blame. You get love, a bad name. Sick. This is where I sack Gligar. Why not, right? Let's see if he wants to kill this. Yeah, if I play this right, I could actually end up with Mienshao locked into high jump kick on this Kazam. Let's just bring in Mienshao and go for the U-turn. Break any potential slashes. Yeah, as long as I don't... It was scarfed Alakazam. It was choice scarfed Alakazam. Alakazam. With a choice scarf. I don't quite understand it. Let's hope to God I can do some fucking damage to this thing with Entei. Nice, a crit. That just does not make sense to me. Like, why would you use the scarf Alakazam? What? Okay, that's a free. It's a 5-hit KO. That's a 4-hit KO. That is so annoying. Dude, 3 times of sleep maybe? Come on, kyurem, you can do this. Like, he has to rest here, right? He fucked up! Okay, that's fine. Okay. I got lucky, he's bad. Okay, that's fine, that's good. But... I said I'd forfeit, but this late in the game I couldn't. I'm sorry I lied to you. But that is... we were having a normal game. We were having a normal game until that point. What? Fucking anti-meta. Holy shit. But we come out on top in the end. It all works out. kyurem can easily eat this up. Unfortunately, I don't kill. I think I'm a decent special defense stat, so I'm not too bothered by that. What I am bothered by was choice scarf Alakazam. Was not in my to-do list, I admit. But he forfeits. Shodown's a bit laggy this fine evening. That's fine. Let's just get one more game. And then we'll call it a day. What? I'm so uneasy about that. But I'll pause until we get one. Okay, guys, we've got on here against Brizzy Drizzy. And looks like he hasn't got Scar Kazam, so that's always a good fight. Good sign. Actually, when Chandelure goes, Mienshao just has a very fun time with his team because four of his members are hit super effectively by fighting type attacks. And then Shaman, yeah, it's average. Although he does beat my Suicune. But that shouldn't matter as long as I have Kyurem and Gligar. Not Gligar, Doublade. And Entei. Actually, speaking of Entei, I can lead off with that. It's a really good lead against his squad. As he actually leads Shaman now, will he switch Chandelure? Like, because I could Stone Edge here. I'm going to Stone Edge here. Anticipating his switch out. Because he's a grass type, I'm a fire type. By the theory of logic, I'm going to deduce that he's going to switch out to Chandelure. And then I'm going to hit a Stone Edge. And then that Pokemon's going to die. Okay, that's step 1. Step 2. Step 3, motherfucker! Get predicted. That worked out. Fantastic. There goes his fighting community. Step 1 of my game plan. I thought it was going to be a bit more difficult than that, but I baited it in with Entei turn 1 and it worked out really well. Fan-fucking-tastic. Ooh. Let's see it happen in one more. He has nothing for Entei now. Like, I mean, he could bring in Lucario maybe, but Entei has fantastic natural bulk. So, if bringing it in, he'll take a lot of damage. Would I be willing to take that much damage from my Entei? Probably not, because of how useful it is against Aggron, Shaman, and Kyurem. I probably won't take that much damage. I have Pokemon in reserve. I have like Doublade, who's a pretty decent check to Lucario unless it's carrying Crunch. Also, Gligar is very naturally physically defensive. Okay, actually bring in the Scrafty, so it's a bit more scary, but I actually feel safer staying in here, getting the burn. Because Scrafty, I don't think it has the greatest physical defense. I'm pretty sure it's more specially defensive. Never mind, it's the same. It's just HP that ruins it. Okay. But people run specially defensive because of bulk up, I believe. So that's where I've got my confusions. But so tempted to stay in because it's like if this thing starts turning up, it's an issue. But I don't want to lose my Assault Vest. So I'm going to bring in my Suicune. Easily my safest play. And unless he gets up, I believe it's 2 Dragon Dances, he can't outspeed my Mienshao, so that's fine. I'm just going to Scold. Yeah, I don't think this is going to be a problem because I have priority and stuff like that. Yeah, because it's 236. I mean, Mienshao's like, I think it's 305. Not 305, not 350. It's about 337 or something every time. 339, yeah. Without Scarf, so you need +2 to outspeed me. Not even then, I think. I should get my calculator out, but yeah, and he's most likely adamant as well. Like, Mienshao's got him in check. As long as I don't miss high jump kick. I actually had a funny moment on Leo was streaming 6 Foot Hacks, aka Emma's the Show Off. He was streaming and this exact scenario came up where he relied on his Mienshao to finish off Scrafty. And I said, it's gonna hit the left over here, and it did, and it died and he lost the game. It was a class act. He's leftovers as well, which is very odd. And he's Drain Punch. Oh, no burn. Axe. But I can live another attack, so Scald again. He's getting a lot of HP back from that. Like, all of it. That means he probably hasn't got that much HP investment. Okay. Getting the damage on. Suicune's not going to be doing much this game anyway, outside of like Aggron, but because he has Shaman. Is it worth I don't think it's worth keeping this. I'm going to stack Suicune here. My good friend Suicune. And then I can just bring in Mienshao and start destroying his team and destroying his soul. And it's going to happen. He's going to do so much work. Like, he has no resistances, and the 4 of his team hit super effectively. Only Shaman can switch in now. Still, like, I'm going to say like 70, between 60 and 70% from a reckless high jump kick coming from a Mienshao. Like, Mienshao's a powerful little dog. even though it's a meerkat. It's a powerful little meerkat. I'm hilarious. HJK time. Let's do this. Mianxiao, roll out. Wait. Oh, I can't drag it. Bugger. Do it. It's all in the thrust. You go. And it is dead. It worked. I didn't miss. I hit 100% accuracy. Doublade actually does a lot of work here as well. Gonna bring my Entei here on an unexpected Seed Flare. And even Earth Power I don't think will do much to me. Sub? Interesting. It's alright, I have 8 Sacred Fires. And he might be bulky, so Entei might outspeed him because he's leftovers. And Sub, he might be just sub Leech Seed. Yeah, I do outspeed. Nice. Yeah, he just pops some seeds on my face. But honestly, nothing switches into a Seed Flare, not even Kyurem. So, not a Seed Flare, it's Sacred Fire. So, Entei's going to do a lot of damage here in these closing stages of the game. Unfortunately, his team has a massive fire and fighting weakness. Like, if I had an Inferno, I would have won by now. It's just a simple fact of the matter. Cover up your weaknesses, friend. Don't just have one. Chandelure doesn't both, but coverage is a thing, my friends. Coverage is a thing. You might realise this by now. I have such a huge team matchup on this man. It's unfortunate. But I can still lose. I can still mess up. I tell you that. I tell you that much for free. It's happened before. It'll happen again. Come on, sir. Brizzy. Mr. Drizzy. Dehizzle. There we go. There's Aggron. There's Deadgron. There we go. I got the burn as well. Cheeky little Bernie Werny. None of his Pokemon seem to have much HP investment. It's weird. So Gligar can come in now. I mean, it slows down the pace of the game a bit, but I have to, you know, have my switches in. As he actually thunderwaves me. It's cute. I'm going to get a set of my Stealth Rocks for that Kyurem. You might actually just double into it now, but I don't think I need to get the additional damage on it because I do have Mianxiao. This actually goes for the Heavy Slam. As I can click Earthquake. I'm not really scared of hazards. And actually coming into late game now, Doublade's going to do so much work. Because I can set up in Kyurem. I could even set up on this Aggron if I wanted to, but I don't know what heat that Lucario is packing. He could have Blaze Kick, so gotta be careful. Kind of wish Doublade got King Shield. It'd be so amazing, man. Oh! Okay. That's ruined the game for me. Hit Earth Power. Hit Earth Power on his Aggro. Now I've made that mistake. Surely it was a mistake. Had to have been a mistake to do that unless he wants to hit Doublade on its weaker defense. That's alright with me, but most Doublades in the tier do run a bit of special defense investment. Mine doesn't. Mine's more just offense, but there's a lot of special defensive Doublades running around this tier. Just to deal with Carmine Florges, but I mean I can deal with Carmine Florges with this offensive Doublade. It's just if it gets too scary. Then it might have some trouble. I take a lot of damage from it, of course, because of Doublade's weaker defense. I mean, it's special defense. I do have Entei, which is a pretty good check as well with the Assault Vest. As he brings out his Kyurem now, I might just sack Gligar, but I feel like I have no reason to do that when I have an Entei. So I'm going to bring my Entei on the anticipated Ice Beam. I know I think I'm playing Entei a bit recklessly, but I think Gligar would be nice to keep alive purely because of that Lucario. I don't want Lucario standing up and then destroying me because I have lost my physically defensive wall. So my backup physically defensive wall, which is posing, it's hiding as a special defensive wall, can probably take an Iron Tail from this thing. Yeah. Oh, he got me. But he specs. That's fine. I can bring in my own Kyurem here and just click Dragon Pulse. That does let Lucario come in, but screw it. We gotta give it some light. You know, shed some power onto it. I can just Dragon Pulse here. Because I believe that'll specs. Because otherwise he wouldn't have killed my Silver Sente. From that range anyway. I know I haven't got HP investment or much. But I do have a bit of HP investment. Come on. Oh no, I have absolutely no HP investment. I remember now. Some variants do have a little bit. Bam! Damn, take that damage, my friend. Unless you're scuffed, you ain't doing nothing to me. Kyurem coming in with that specs, being powerful and all of that. Bam. I've done a lot with specs Kyurem before. It's a monster. I'm surprised not many people use it. I mean, there's one there. There's one here, but it's so good. Ugh. It's always nice to revisit Kyurem. One of my favourite mons, of course. It's Kyurem Black. It just looks amazing. It's just powerhouse. Powerhouse. Ugh. Come on, my friend. This is unfortunately getting close, because he made a good play there. And he got me. Very risky play on his part, but I have put him in a position now where his main win condition, being Lucario, is a bit gone for good. Of course, Shaman could pose to be an issue now, but as long as I play my Kyurem right, that's not a problem. Yeah, and I have Doublade, so shouldn't be an issue. Oh, and I have Mienshao full HP. Not full HP. Full HP. Absolutely full HP. That's how I do these things. Keeping my Pokemon healthy. Yeah, most of my Pokemon are full HP. So Lucario does go down, which is fantastic for me. At this point, I can sack my Gligar. It is prime Death Fodder. And if he decides to bring in his Kyurem, I'll get a free switch into my Doublade. If he brings in his Shaman, I get a free switch back into my Kyurem. So all's looking good. I have options. That's the main thing. I don't want to risk any speed ties with Kyurem. I actually kind of want to stay in and scout for damage, because if it's going to be annoying and start subbing up, I want to get as much damage as possible on this thing. I don't want it getting free setup on my Gligar, because obviously it can do that. Definitely can do that. With a Specs Kyurem looking down his throat, I don't think he can. Yeah, he can't do that. So this won't heal him up to 54. Yes, 53. I did it, man. I did the math. I did it in my skull. Nice, you're dead. Sweet. Now Kyurem, his Kyurem can't beat the final guys on my team, especially at the low range of HP that he's at. I'm kind of hoping Kyurem wins this speed tie, or maybe he's modest. He could be modest specs. I'm timid specs. Put that little GG there. That preemptive GG. If this Kyurem turns out to be scarfed, I will still be okay, because if he has to lock himself into an attack, and then one of my Pokemon can just be like, yo, how's it going, friend? Speaking of hello, how's it going, friends? I have Doublade here today. Ready to kick some sorry ass, and first time Doublade's coming in properly. I mean, it came in a couple of times the first game to apply pressure, and we did that extremely well. I didn't get an opportunity to sweep though. As I can just click Iron Head, finish off his last Pokemon. If he's not Specs, I'm going to be upset. I'm going to be very, very concerned with my brain and how. And I'm very concerned with Entei. Like, it's very bulky naturally, so I think the Assault Vest just gives it just that enough. But maybe I need a bit of HP investment. Who knows? Who knows? Oh, damn! Fuck! I knew that would happen. I kind of knew that would happen. This is the comeback. The comeback of dreams. Oh, don't do this to me! I don't want to go for the high jump kick because I fucking miss. I'm just going to U-turn and then knock off, right? That's easily my best play. And I outspeed Kyurem either way. So yeah, U-turn. Yeah, knock off will kill. Sat Gligar. God. Sorry, Gligar, you did well. Fuck me, this turned into a 1-0. Are you kidding me? That's amazing. 1797.5. Yeah, I'll kill. It's like 30 more base power in this attack. Unless it turns out he's got no item. In which case he's played this very well, this bluff. Yeah. choice specs. I was correct. Incredible. Incredible. But whatever, we hit 1400. That's sweet. That was 30 minutes of your life wasted right there. That was a pretty good first game. The second game was alright. It actually turned out to be right down to the wire. So that's going to be it, guys. If you enjoyed this, leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe. I've been JohnOrigins. Oh, and hopefully you enjoyed the team builder, the new thing that I'm doing. You know, I haven't got them yet off the designer kind of guy when I'm recording this, but I'm being preemptive, you know, preparing for the worst, for the best. So if you guys enjoyed that, please leave your feedback on that. Like I said before, if you enjoyed this, leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe. I've been JohnOrigins, and I'm out. So, bays.